I've just wandered up the road tonight because there is an art exhibition at MP Arts Centre. Now, if you've lived in Kigali for a while, you will know this as Ivuka Arts Centre, but unfortunately when the pandemic hit, Ivuka had to close. So they've reopened, they're on the opposite side of the street and they're now called NP Art Studio. And tonight there's an exhibition on by Rwandan artist Munezero JMV. So I'm just going to take a look around the art gallery and then maybe we can catch up with the artist. Like this art gallery, there's different rooms everywhere and it's like a maze. You're just wandering around it discovering artwork. Wow, that's impressive. I love the colours on this one. I've just seen the title of it, it's called Zigga Zigga. Makes me think of the Spice Girls. It's really intricate. If you come up close, you can see that it's made from an old pair of jeans. So you've got the fabric incorporated into it. And you've also got coffee beans incorporated into it. So it's a really textured piece of art. And I just love the fact it's so vibrant. All of the little houses are made from pieces of denim as well. Hi guys, I'm here with the artist Munezero JMV and I've got some questions for you. I wanted to ask, because I noticed that in a lot of what you do, you've got denim from jeans. I was wondering, when did you start doing that and why?
In 2010, that was when I was becoming a full-time artist. So I wanted to find my identity. You know, I see everyone is using acrylic, everyone is using oil, and then I was like, what should I do? I wanted to have something where everyone who will see my piece will think, I have seen this somewhere.
Because I notice another big part of your style is the very long necks.
Yes, actually in Africa it used to be like people like that. They used to do it for the purpose trying to create a beauty. Sometimes I feel like it wasn't really beauty. Because the way they are creating these long necks, they have to put some rings on the neck in Africa, and then now in Thailand I saw that too. So I was like, it is not make sense for me. It means they are creating beauty, but these people, they are not free, because how can you free when you have to be always having the rings?
It's like in China where they bind the feet and it's supposed to be beautiful, but it doesn't make you free. So
you see, when I created these long necks, they are long ones, but they're free. They don't have these rings.
I get it. They
have their beauty on themselves, not the one who has created it. So that is how I started to use long necks. You know, you can have a beauty, but the beauty is self without trying to create that beauty, even in the way you end up damaging other things. Because these necks, when you cannot hold by themselves, how that is actually beauty. To create these long necks, it started from young age. So from a young age, it means this person is no longer free because there is no choice.
Down at the bottom, you've got this incredible painting. And it looks like refugee tents.
Yeah.
And then you have the water tanks.
water
At the,
tanks.
were you in a camp?
I lived close to camp, and I see a lot of people living in the camps. I saw their lifestyle, and it was the camp called the Congo camp. When you see this piece, it shows the camp, but the camp is already full on top. People are there, living, but down here it's still welcoming people to come. Do you know what this means? When I get this idea, it was 2016, that's when I was working on a thing like that. We was having a lot of refugees come in the country. Our country was small, but can still open to everyone to come in. And then it's actually open to these refugees, which is coming from the biggest country than us. It is not about the biggest. It is about the heart you wanted to share. Can you share? Can you be able to accept who you are, and then you willing to share to others? My country is smaller, but according to the heart of sharing,
there is enough room for everybody.
There is enough rooms to everyone. Yeah.
Do you have a favourite piece?
That will be challenge.
Like children, you cannot choose.
Yeah, that's what I think. You know, for the artist, it's funny.
Yeah.
All the time when you finish a new painting, you feel like this is the best. And then you made another one, it's yeah, this is the best. You made another one, so and later you realize that you don't have a favorite. Sometimes you could have pieces that takes you a lot of energy, and they have a big story, tells you, and then you can have those, but you will not have a favorite. So when you see these artworks, it's made here with long necks, but different figures, different colors. It's called the friendship. The friendship, actually these ones are the students on school, on boarding school. The friendship can come in from nowhere. Can come in, when it comes, it doesn't choose. It doesn't say, you are the light skin, you are the long skin, you are the bigger, you are the from rich. The friendship includes everyone. So that's how I came up with this idea. And then when you see this one, it's called the ambition dancers. It's like the ambition dancers. So when you look at them, they look at you, they look at different ways, but they have the same ambition. That's why you see dynamo, you see papers, you see acrylic paints, you see different pieces of papers. And when you connect them, you get some 207 hours working on a piece like this. Now social media, I have seen someone doing a portrait first like in 30 seconds, then you feel like that's how it is. No, these people take time to create something and then to show you the resolution. Most of the time, especially youth, they are very busy scrolling. So
scrolling and not creating.
Yeah, scrolling, not creating. So, and I was like, no, for me, I need to. Even when I'm walking, I switch my phone. I don't want it to touch it because I wanted to do something different from what I seen in social media.
Where is that off? Is that off somewhere?
Yes. This is one of the area. It's a Kigali, but this is slum now. It's no longer there. It's used called the Banyahe. Banyahe.
Yes, I know Banyahe. Yeah, it was the slum.
You're slum.
Yeah.
So when I'm working on this stuff, I try to show my country. The way my country is developing, sooner or later, people that will think, used to be paradise like this. So they don't know this was in the process.
You have made it look very beautiful.
Yeah, I just wanted to keep that piece of who we are, where we came from. To be able to live where we are today, we have a process. And in the process, this was included in that process.
I remember Kiyovu Abachena. Yeah, my friend, he used to live in Abachena.
Yeah. So I use them. So for me, I just capture it from outside of Kigali. So you see, this is one of the house. It was like down of this, and then I look at the slum. So, and then now this slum is no longer there. So now I feel grateful because I know that I have stayed with some.
You've recorded history.
I recorded it. I recorded it.
Does artificial intelligence worry you when it comes to art? Because you were talking about how social media is, people are scrolling and not creating.
Yeah.
Are you worried that whilst they're not creating, artificial intelligence will start creating? Or do you think...
That's a great topic. That is a great one. Actually, I don't worry about it because I've realized that the artificial intelligence does what people tell us to do. These artificial, they are not a creator. The way I can create things, this intelligence will create other things but different from what it does.
So you don't feel in competition with it?
No. I feel competition by myself. I compete myself. I always okay. How about last year you were doing this and now what else?
But it doesn't worry you that if artificial intelligence, if people can't tell the difference between, doesn't bother you?
Between the
computer generated and human? No.
The artificial intelligence really does things, even bigger things. Sometimes they double tripping or 10 times of what human can do. But still, as human, you look at this piece. I use acrylics, but look at the texture. Look at the texture. These textures, I did it because I know that is what I wanted to do. The artificial intelligence can have this piece and you go to print it somewhere, but it will print what I created. So I am not worried in you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been really interesting. Thank you. So good to meet
Thank you so much.
And good luck with the exhibition. And
thank you. The exhibition will stay for 2 weeks. So we started today, 2029. It will end
13th of December.
On 13th December. So please come and check in. Reconnect Art Exhibition will be still opening until that 2 weeks.